What is up, Cahir Club, and welcome back to another CahirLIVE live stream. How goes it? I hope everybody's been having a great week so far, a great start to their week. Yeah, hello Brugger, hello James, and hello Amwise. Cahir is fashionably late. I am fashionably late, actually. That's a good point. I am very fashionable, and I might be a bit late as per usual. Farming course bee honey. That is a pain. Best of luck with that. But yeah, today, shiny hunting, Dudunsparce, Triple Segment Dudunsparce. We're back with this hunt, of course. Heart to you too, Felix. I hope you've been having a great duh. I feel like I didn't enunciate the duh the last time, so I said it again. You got 2 duhs from me. But yeah, last stream, we hunted Dunsparce. This stream, we're hunting Dunsparce. Wow. Who would have guessed? Can't delete because the emoji. I didn't even consider that. Oh my god. Can I not just, like... Oh, I can't easily ban people with that. Can I? No, I can. If you just click on the message. You don't have to click on the dots. You can just click on the message. Oh, that's crazy. The more you know. We are learning today. But yeah, let's hop into it, because this is like a long... This isn't really a hunt you can back out of. And it's already like 22. So, yeah. What's it called? Wow. Picnic. That's what we need to do. I believe it's tofu. Oh shit, I've forgotten again. This happens every time. I always forget. I genuinely never remember what I need. Pokemon. Shiny sandwich. Shiny sandwich. There we go. What do I need? Salty and sour. Would never have guessed that. I was thinking bitter. I was thinking bitter was one of the things that I needed. But no, that's not it. Let's go to creative mode. Get some tofu. Get some salty and sour herbs. We have 10 sour. We have a lot of herba, to be fair, which will be useful for the next hunt. Is it possible to dupe with only 1 course of honey? M-wise, I'm gonna be honest. You were the expert on this. I never duplicated before. If anybody here knows the answer to that, it's gonna be you. And the fact that you don't is concerning. Uh-oh. Just beat Blaine in your mono-ground run of Radical Red. There were 2 things that legit clutched you that win. Your Unova Stunfisk. Living in an eruption from full HP Blazing Salt Typhlosion. Holy shit. That is impressive. Blazing Salt is the Fire-type equivalent of Gale Wings. Isn't that Talonflame's ability that makes flying moves priority? Alright, Sparking Power, Tidal Power, and Counter Power. You love to see it. Let's go. Wow. Those shadows are sure doing something there, aren't they? They've stopped. They're now just inching closely around the thing. Wow. This sure is one of the games of all time. Graphics unrivaled in comparison to cave paintings. Right. And Torterra living an air slash from his Mega Charizard Y with 1 HP. Yo, that is very clutch. He's trying to grind up the team a bit. So at least it doesn't one-shot them all. That is fair. Best of luck with that. I don't know, yeah, that is one of my weird issues with Black and White 2. I was thinking about this earlier. Black and White 2 has got so many little side areas. Maybe I should talk about this in the... No, I'm talking about it now. Black and White 2 has so many little side areas. Like, for example, when you get to Nimbasa City, on the way to Nimbasa City, you have the Desert Resort. At Nimbasa, you have the East and the West routes. Also, what's it called? The stadiums, all those fucking stadiums, the Ferris wheel, the forest, I forgot Lost Land Forest, but, like, you still end up under-leveled for Elisa somehow. It's impressive. Like, I feel like it should put you a bit over-leveled if you do all the side areas, I think. Because it's side content, you know? I feel like side content should make the game easier. So if you want the challenge, you cannot do the side content immediately. No, scratch that. You did have items. But Doterra didn't have a Cobra Berry, which I'm guessing that's like the reduces flying type attack strength. Alright. Five energetic Rhino Beetles. Hell yeah. I don't know. Use the Sheikah sensor. Then you'll get them easily. They gave you the mechanic to help with that. Believe it or not. You don't have one in your compendium? Buy it. Well, find one. Pretty sure they appear like everywhere on the Great Plateau. Take a picture of the one you find. Boom. Alright. But yeah, I just find it funny how Black and White 2 have like a good level curve, but not a level curve that you can keep up with. Which is a weird dichotomy. I think that's the right word to use in that situation. Is that a shiny? No. No, it is not. That is a regular Dunsparce. Boo. There's so many Pokemon you want to use. I feel that. Honestly, just in general though, not even like in a specific game. Like for ages I was like, I really want to use a Teddiursa. This is the first time I've used a Minccino. I've wanted to use one for ages. As in my current White 2 Nuzlocke. I've wanted to use one for ages. Like, for damn ever. Trubbish as well. Trubbish has always been at the top of my want to use list. I still haven't used one. Like, it's funny how many Pokemon I'm like, oh yeah, I want to use these, and then I don't. Oh, the Skill Link guy's helping you out a lot too. Skill Link Minccino it's busted. And they just hand it to you for free. They just give it to you on a silver platter like, here you go. And like, Drift Veil, you can get like Rock Blast, Bullet Seed from the Move Relearner. I'm pretty sure that's it in terms of multi-hit attacks that it can learn. But like, then you can just put something else on it. I don't know, like Last Resort maybe. Could be interesting. But yeah, I've never used it before either, that Minccino. But like, if you're playing through Black and White 2, sorry, would highly recommend using it. Highly recommend. That thing is fucking goated. With the sauce. I think it's interesting how hidden abilities have become more and more accessible as the franchise has gone on, to the point that we now have ability patches that can make regular ability Pokemon hidden ability. I don't know, you have to wonder if... You can't do Pix, it'll fly away. Oh no, you're gonna have to play the game as it was intended. But yeah, how was I saying? Yeah, hidden abilities are a lot more, like, common now. Oh, right, yeah. I can't help but wonder if they're compromising too much on the idea of Pokemon individuality in contrast to the idea that every Pokemon is unique. Like, competitive Pokemon, as a concept, manages to be so antithetical to all of Pokemon's core ideas. You get what I mean? Like, I'm not slating competitive. If you wanna do competitive stuff, I'm not gonna hate. I just find it funny how, as they lean more into the competitive side of Pokemon, like Game Freak do, they're kind of like making a dichotomy. I feel like I've used that word twice today, but I'm still not 100% sure of the definition, so I'm gonna look it up before I continue this sentence. Dichotomy meaning. Oh yeah. A division or contrast between two things that are one represents as being opposed or entirely different. I'm using it correctly. I'm so knowledgeable, actually. I forget how incredibly smart and cool I am sometimes. But what was I talking about? I remember what I was talking about, but I don't remember where I left off. Right, yeah, dichotomy between, like, the ideals of the Pokemon world and competitive Pokemon. You know? You say you're so smart being late. That doesn't have to do with intelligence. There's not a line between those. You can be late and intelligent. That's... The stream isn't lagging? Yo, that's hype. Hell yeah. Like how they aren't all vital, or... Not how they aren't all vital. Like, weak and strong Pokemon is like a thing that is just, you know, an actual thing. But a big encouragement of that is you should use the Pokemon you want to. And competitive doesn't really allow for that. I feel like there's a video on this. I don't think I've watched the video, but I feel like someone made a video on it. But on top of that is just the idea that each Pokemon is unique and they have their own personalities. Because they have their own IVs, they have their own nature, they might have different abilities than others of their species. Like, and nowadays they might be a different size. Like, a big emphasis is on, like, how every Pokemon is different and two of the same species of Pokemon might have completely different uses in a team. But each Pokemon has an optimal way of building it, you know? If it doesn't have a specific nature or IV spread, it's useless in competitive. Which is... Oh, there's one. And we don't even need to worry about it burrowing. It won't do that. It'll just run. That's crazy. I think that meant we caught it unawares, right? That's maybe a mechanic in this game? I don't know. I haven't played through the game in a while. Just shiny hunted this thing. Alright, yeah, Delphox raids are this weekend. Which is pretty hype. We'll be doing those when the weekend rolls around. So if you want a Delphox, would recommend tuning in. Or if you want help with Delphox, would recommend tuning in. I guess if you want a Delphox, you could probably get it yourself, but shh. It's Fairy type, which is interesting. Because Fairy is weak to Poison and Steel only. But Delphox is a Fire type and a Psychic type. Which means it more or less covers its own weaknesses. Which is actually kind of smart. Sup, Cahir? Hello, Sasuke. How goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. You're doing that raid 100%? Hell yeah, I also will be participating. Because I want all these 6 stars. It's good you just got some food. Hell yeah, what are you eating? I had some chicken for dinner. Chicken. Do you love a good bit of chicken, to be fair? What did everyone else have for dinner, or what is everyone going to have for dinner? Alright. It's basically Hydreigon with Nasty Plot and Overheat. Delphox? Huh. Be interesting to see how they build it for the raid. Because it's going to have, like, Psychic or some other powerful Psychic attack. And then it'll, obviously have some beefed up Fire attack. To just eviscerate any Steel or Poison types that you try to bring against it. I guess a Poison Dark type would be good. Because it'll take neutral damage from Fairy attacks. Just some chips? That's fair. Chips are always nice. Can't find any of the beetles. I'm pretty sure a bunch spawn on the Great Plateau, right? Like, after you exit those trees on the right there, you'd think Scratch, Ember, Tail Whip, Psybeam. That's actually a really good call. I think that's definitely going to be what they give it, actually. Now that you've said that, I can't see any other better movesets that they could give it there. Honestly, this is lining up to be one of the hardest raids ever, I think. Gonna be a tough one for sure, you did definitely. Are you finding shiny Dunsparce to get the 3 segment? Indeed, that is the goal. I forgot to increment, because we got a shiny earlier. Yeah, the counter is the amount of shinies we've gotten, to be clear. That's the amount of shiny Dunsparce or Dudunsparce that we have found on the epic trail to hopefully get the triple segment at some point. I've only kept... what was it called? 6. Oh, hi there. Hello, Mango. How goes it? Also, Kepler says hi from work. Wait, what? You know Kepler, of course. But you, like, on call with Kepler, or...? Be prepared. It took you about 7 weeks for you to get it. Yeah, no, this isn't our first. This isn't our first one. This isn't the first stream We've been at this for weeks. Again, that counter on the right, that is the amount of shiny Dunsparce we've found. Which could fill a box. It's not been my longest hunt yet. That was Regice, but... Hunting your favorite normal type. Hell yeah. Dunsparce is very cool. I used to be very indifferent about Dunsparce. Actually, I'm not going to be acting like I'm much less indifferent about Dunsparce now, but I do want the triple segment shiny, because that's a flex. Kepler has a gun? He has a gun? He has a gun. That's crazy. Good for him. I mean, he is American, so I guess that makes sense, right? You've been shiny hunting for a few days and found a shiny Roaring Moon finally? Hell yeah, GG. Yeah, Roaring Moon's up there with, like, the Scarlet Paradox shinies that I want. Not sure if I'll ever get them, because, you know, Violet. It is very green, too. Yo, green gun. Alliteration. Does it shoot goo? Because then it would be a green goo gun. And that would be even more alliteration. You're able to find a shiny Roaring Moon? You haven't found one Roaring Moon yet. They appear in a cave in the upper area of Area 0. They do technically appear very rarely in these areas, so if you put the right sandwich on, you might be able to find one. I've been trying to find it since you first completed the game, and your first save was just 15 weeks ago. Were you using sandwiches? Your first shiny you think you ever got was a Lickitung you got from your first ever Wonder Trade. Wait, you've played a Pokemon game? This is the shocking fact to me. Yes. I don't know, you always at least acted like you never knew much about Pokemon. Which I guess you could. Oh right, yeah, of course, you're the best at all Pokemon things, yes. Sorry, I forgot that that's actually the story, not what I said. I was thinking of, Montent Kango. Using the best sandwich out there for it. That is really damn bad luck, then. Gonna be real. Yikes, what do you think about that guy? Super weird, man. Yeah, no, I apologize. Alright. Brain. No brain. You think you can just sleep outside the location? Have you considered sleeping with the beetle? Make more yourself. Alright. Bird update, not seen any pigeons, but there's a baby seagull. Yo! Eat it. In spite to seagulls everywhere. They eat your chips, you eat the seagull. Revenge. And don't cook it, because Revenge is the best dish served cold. That actually made sense, I think. Do you want to eat the seagull at all? No, they taste good, don't worry. You only need to, like, wash them once, you know? It'll get all the bacteria off. Simple. Seagulls. Scrunches. Do not eat the cat. Don't eat the cat, no. Don't eat cats. I support that statement. Seagulls? All you can eat. Don't hold back, my friend. Cats, don't do that. What if the cat ate your chips? Well, I guess you kind of got to then, right? Like, that's not really your choice anymore. Do you think I can spin up here, or do you think I'm gonna fall off? Whoa! I got that balance. Crazy. Hey, Cahir, hey, Mango. You want some chips? Oh, no thanks, I just ate. Alright. If a human eats your chips, you eat human? Yeah. Eye for an eye, innit? You eat my food, I eat you. Just a fair transaction, really, isn't it? It's just kind of how it goes. Hi guys, hello Rob, how goes it? I hope you're well. We're talking about eating seagulls. You ever eaten a seagull before, Rob? But update, it sounds like the baby man is closer to the window. Better to grab. Easier to grab. Just put your hand out, yoink it. In your mouth, om nom nom nom. Not knowingly. So, that implies there is a decent chance you've accidentally eaten a seagull at some point? Do you just sometimes shove random things into your mouth? Do you sleepwalk and eat things? Who knows what they put in KFC these days? Oh, don't worry, we know it's rats. It's rats and a whole lot of grease. You should have seagulls in your mouth, exactly, yeah. Like, they fly towards me thinking they're about to, like, take my sandwich, and I grab them and eat them like a sandwich. You hope the fuck it isn't rats. I mean, like, you would hope so, but it's KFC, I'm pretty sure it's rats. Hate to say it, Stuart. It's not an arrangement I am chuffed with either. Hence why I don't eat KFC often. Bird update, there are at least 2 baby mans. Dude, you're about to have a full course meal. You could prepare them differently. Put salt on one and pepper on the other. Funnily enough, saw a seagull eating a squirrel today in an online video. Oh no! You see, this is why we should eat seagulls. Or maybe the seagull was getting revenge for red squirrels. Or was it a red squirrel? Well, two things. You just ate some lasagna. And two, they're still not within reach. You can just put them in the freezer for later. Have them for dessert. Seagulls will one day take over the world. Not if we eat them. That's what I'm saying. If we eat the seagulls, then they can't take over the world, because they'll all be in our stomachs. I know. I'm a visionary. So I guess the question is, Mango, do you want seagulls to take over the world? Do you like a future where seagulls rule the world, Mango? Is that what you want? I think it was an American video. They still have red ones. Isn't the point that America doesn't have any red ones? And we introduced the grey ones to our country where there were red ones, and like now there are no red ones. You don't have to eat them to stop them. There's no other way, Mango. If you don't eat the seagulls, you're morally a bad person. It's just how it is. Fine, you'll make a seagull restaurant. As in a restaurant where you serve only seagull, right? No, you gotta eat them. If you go and, like, make a restaurant, they'll have grown up and already eaten. Some people. Honestly, just kind of selfish, Mango. I'm gonna be real. Just kind of self-centered. You wouldn't eat a seagull to save the world. This is like an easier version of the trolley problem. Because, like, you don't have to kill a person. You just have to eat a seagull. One seagull a day. That's all I'm asking you to do, is eat one seagull a day. And you can't even do that, you know? Just a bit. Just a bit toxic, really. Yeah, they got bread out there. I think there are only some red ones on the Isle of Wight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's one of the islands that hasn't seen grey squirrels yet, I think. You'll feed yours to your cat. So self-centered. What if one of the seagulls ate a block of lead? What if it ate a whole block of lead? Then you're poisoning your cat by making your seagull feed it, which is kind of fucked up. Because why'd you feed your cat lead, Mango? To be honest, I'm pretty sure you value seagulls more than some people. Did you know that seagulls aren't even seagulls? Like, when I say seagull, you think of, like, a very specific... Okay, my things are out. When I say seagull, you think of, like, a very specific bird, right? The white and grey one that hangs out by beaches. That's not a seagull. That's not actually a seagull. Because seagulls go out over the ocean for, like, days, you know? They don't need to return to land for, like, a while. But those, they can't do that. Which means technically, they're just gulls. Which I think is pretty interesting. Well, I'm launching these guys into the wrong box. Also, I'm not sure if the event's over by now. It might be over. But there is an event to get a shiny Arcanine at the moment. So if you want a shiny Arcanine and a Cherish Ball, you can get that, which is pretty cool. What if the gulls hang around a bay? Well, if they stay on the beach, there'd be bay gulls, exactly. Which is why we should eat them. I need to teach the dude the move first. Got that Arcanine, hell yeah. Alright, Hyper Drill. Forget Dragon Rush. Dragon Tease. Oh. Okay. We have a lot of experienced Candy L's. What do you eat about all of them? What about you eat all of them? Well, I'm not in your location right now. I eat every seagull I see. But I can't see the seagulls by you because they're too far away. And by the time I get over to you, they might have eaten someone, you know? You can try ship them over to me, but that might be unreliable. What if they break out? Huh? What if they break out and kill someone? Like, it's very hubristic to think you can contain a seagull. You haven't seen a fairy in a long time. I'm pretty sure there's like a maximum amount of fairies you can have. And after you've got that amount of fairies, no more spawn. Pretty sure that's like the idea there. I underestimate your ability to contain things. Or are you underestimating seagulls, Mango? Because, like, you can contain things as well as you want, but, like, you never know. And if it goes awry, you'll realize that you could have just eaten the seagulls. The whole time, you could have just eaten the seagulls. But you didn't. You didn't eat the seagulls. And now look what happened. It's a seagull dystopia where seagulls run the world, you know? And you think, wow, Cahir and George Orwell were right. Because we were. It's my fault. It sounds like you're trying to shift the blame to me. With the job people are doing, you're okay with seagulls taking over the world. You see, you can say that for now. But seagulls have invented a new and worse form of capitalism. And Ceylon Gusk, yeah, Gusk. I don't know why that's a tongue twister for me. Ceylon Gusk will buy Twitter and make it worse. You'll only be able to look at 2 tweets a day. We didn't eat enough of them. You see, that's the thing, though. I've been eating everyone I can see. If everybody in the world ate 1 seagull a week, we'd be fine. There'd be no seagulls left within no time. I'm already doing the most I can by having 1 a day. I think it's just kind of showing of your apathy towards the situation that you're trying to shift the blame onto me, Mango. What the fuck is up here? Dunsparce, that's crazy. Who would have seen that coming? Oh, it's this area. Never mind. Ooh. Stuff. You prefer to band together to kill mosquitoes or wasps? Yeah, but they're not planning on taking over the world yet, you know? We can cross that bridge when they start planning to take over the world. Alright. They already have, they must die. To be fair, mosquitoes can be quite annoying. I do not like mosquitoes. I've been having my fan on most days, so now when I don't have my fan on, I'm now realizing how many mosquitoes are in my room at any given time, and I have to turn the fan on to, like, tune out their buzzing. Because mosquito sounds are not a good ambient sound to fall asleep to. Not a good sound at all. It's like mosquitoes managed to be genetically engineered to be the worst thing ever. Like, it's impressive. They spread fatal diseases and feast upon our flesh. Or blood, at least. They make really, like, annoying noises. And they're a little bit hard. That makes you, makes it not all that easy to, like, grab them, you know? But I've been getting better. I've been getting better at, killing mosquitoes. Or just slapping them out of the sky. It's a fun thing to do. Which is fucked up, but it is. Dinroll or Nadra? I like Nadra more, but that's probably in part because of the side quest. I really enjoyed the side quest in Breath of the Wild. It's a shame there isn't... Well, there kind of is something like it, but there's nothing really all that like it in Tears of the Kingdom. Like a hidden bonus boss fight that you don't have to do otherwise. Alright. But yeah. You prefer Light Dragon? Have to zoom up there on your hover bike. Well, yeah, Light Dragon's obviously my favorite. I like the Light Dragon the most myself. But, like, between Dinroll and Nadra, I'd say Nadra. But overall, I think I like Farosh more. I feel like Farosh is, I guess nowadays, the second most iconic of the four dragons. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I always just associate, like, when I think of, like, the 3 dragons of Breath of the Wild, I always think of Farosh first. Probably because Farosh has, like, the most territory for whatever reason. My brain is crashing, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, Farosh has, like, the most territory. Especially in Tears of the Kingdom. Because Naedra only goes from, like, Lanayru to Kakariko. I guess Farosh doesn't have that much territory in Tears, actually. But he definitely does in Breath, right? Where does Naedra even appear other than the Lanayru Promenade? I feel like Naedra does have, like, one other location, but I'm not sure. Naedra's already there when you got to the farming location. I remember when I was farming Naedra in Breath of the Wild, a weird thing happened with it, where, like, it kept loading in its, like, distant state. So, like, a very, like, low detail version of itself. And I couldn't actually shoot arrows into it for whatever reason, and I had to, like, sleep again to try to reload it. It was a really weird thing, and I don't fully know why it happened. You were destroying and you got way better than what you were originally? Hell yeah. I feel like that probably wasn't, like... Maybe it was the only dragon that happened with. Oh wait, Naedra must have one other route, because all the other dragons' routes go over the 7th heroine, don't they? 8th heroine, sorry. Originally you were actual dog shit. I mean, yeah, practice does make perfect with skills. You're not... Like... I'd say talent isn't something you're, like, inherently born with, you know? You can be, like, decent at something by luck if you start it. Like, sometimes when you start it. But, like, to actually get good at something, you do need to practice it. Alright. Oh, wait, you're shiny. Almost missed that. Alright. Literally, you're practicing for the past 3 years every day. I mean, yeah, but I think it's also worth noting that as you improve at something and understand what you're doing more, you can easily become more critical of your own work. Right. You don't think you need to get better at tennis? I mean, are you, like, planning on doing it consistently? As either a hobby or professionally, obviously. Like, you don't need to be good at everything, but, like, practice is still important. If it isn't I feel like the punchline here might be just you don't care about tennis though, which would be funny. Anyway. I feel like the ambient fog in Area 0 changes over time. Like, it feels like it's never entirely consistent. Alright. Dun, 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 Dunsparce. Oh yeah, it's July now. I'm not a fan of that, honestly. This year's been going way too fast. I guess it was July yesterday as well, and I just kind of didn't acknowledge that fact. But, now I'm acknowledging that it's July, and I don't like that it's July. This year's been going very quick. Wouldn't mind if it, you know, slowed down a little bit. Stop trying to, zoom quite so quickly. And then tomorrow do be July 4th. So I guess Happy Independence Day to all the Americans in chat. Alright. True, can't believe you're going to be 33 in a few months. Yeah, no, I feel that. Not that I'm going to be 33 soon, but... You can hit it that hard, or you can hit it over an entire building. I mean, I wouldn't misconstrue strength with skill there, right? You can hit thing hard, but that doesn't mean you're good on the field. Now, a long way for me. I mean, yeah, I guess I need to live another half of my life to get there at this point. You also beat everyone you ever played against at once and won. Did you, like, only ever play against your friend or something? That's a very hard to mentally picture situation. Or are you just chatting out your ass at this point? I feel like I was saying something, or was about to say something, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah, my brain is a sieve these days. Brain. No brain. I need to get better at planning things to talk about on stream. That's like a skill I need to hone. Need to get better at, innit? Like, I was good at it for a decent amount, where I would have, like, a couple of things on a thing for, to talk about on stream. But, like, it's only really these and, like, raid streams that I need, like, constant conversation flow for. And it's really hit or miss as to, like, whether or not I can just pull a conversation topic out of my arse. Like, sometimes I can talk for ages about just a random thing. Like, gaslighting Mango. I don't know if Mango's still here. I think Mango got fed up with being gaslit, which is fair. Can't slate that. I do occasionally get fed up with being gaslit as well. You know? I don't know, I feel like there's not as much good on YouTube at the moment. I feel like YouTube's going through a weird dry spell of, like, interesting content. Or maybe I'm just using all the interesting content up. It's all, like, out the window. I'm wondering about, like, watching a show or something instead. But I'm just not really sure what I want to watch at the moment, is the issue. I guess it's just one of those phases where, like, you want to do something, but you're not sure what, so you just kind of end up bored because of it, you know? You feel me? Like, feasibly there should be a lot to do. But, like, there's just not actually much. That's not a phase for you? Oh no, that's not fun. It's not a nice feeling. What kind of show are you thinking? A TV stage, something like that? I mean, I'm not actually sure. No, I feel like I need to watch more live action stuff. Because, like, through my late teens, I was in a phase of, like, watching cartoons and anime. But now it's, like, well, not cartoons. Now it's, like, various anime that catch my eye. And, like, the new popular action show that just released on a streaming platform I'm subscribed to. Like, The Witcher. Well, I guess Sweet Tooth isn't really an action show, but, you know. That was, like, one of the last live-action things I watched on my own. Was, Sweet Tooth. Which was pretty solid, honestly. I have been meaning to watch that new movie, animated movie that came out on Netflix, though. Can I recommend House? Watching at the moment, Hugh Laurie is very entertaining. Isn't that other Doctor show? Like, because when that, like, I am a surgeon meme started surfacing, people kept on being like, this other one is so much better, you know? But what was it called? Yeah, was that House, or was that a different show? How's my day? Yeah, it was pretty solid. Rather chilled one. In the grand scheme of things. But it was nice chilling because, of course, I was away over the weekend. And I got back kind of deep into the afternoon on Sunday. So it's always nice to have that, like, chill day, you know? Post-trip. It's also been a lot nicer weather-wise recently. It's a doctor show, yeah, but it's really good. House is like an amazing, strange diagnosis consult, and he's always being sarcastic and a bit of a sociopath. Ah, fair. Maybe I will look into it, check it out. Oh. But yeah, the issue is I kind of stall on watching things for no reason. Like, I'm like, oh, I could start watching this thing now. But then there's always that part of my head that's like, what if you didn't do that? And instead just browsed social media and stuff for ages. Which means I don't do that. And I still kind of exit with that feeling of vague boredom. Which isn't fun. Hot take. Not a fun feeling. But I was actually thinking about this the other day. It's kind of funny how conversations about media is like very much a cornerstone of conversation these days, you know? Like, conversation about like the latest media that's released is like generally like a pretty safe batch of small talk. It's so long. There's like 8 seasons. It's on Prime at the moment. But going on like a month. I do not think I'll manage that, I'll be honest. We do have Prime, but that is a lot. Best of luck watching it though. Hopefully you can get through it. But yeah, it's funny how like we always have conversations about media and stuff. But like so often you'll be like, oh yeah, there's this really good show I've been watching lately. And like the person you're talking to will be like, yeah, there's this yeah, I've been watching this which has been good. And you'll both like adamantly recommend it to each other, and then neither of you will like watch it. Watch the shows the other recommended. It's like a weird social exchange, you know? It's like, oh yeah, I'll add that to my list, and you never actually get around to it. But it's like a cornerstone of interaction is saying, you should watch this. Oh yeah, I'll check that out, and then you don't. But then like you do the exact same back to them. They have the exact same interaction with you at like points. It's just a weird one, you know? I wonder if they used to do that in like ancient Greece with plays and books. Wouldn't surprise me. Twitter. Yeah, that's such a stupid thing at the moment, you know? Like, you have to wonder. So apparently what happened in the scheme of Twitter is like Twitter was being like hosted on like a Google thing, yeah? And Musk had to pay for it, you know? Because, of course, he does. And it was like $1 billion to like have Twitter maintained on it. Musk didn't want to do that, so he would have had to transfer it somewhere else. And whether they didn't do it quick enough, they procrastinated it off till the last minute so it wasn't done when the turnover happened, or whatever happened, it basically meant that they hadn't transferred all the stuff they needed to yet, which led to the rate limiting. So why the fuck did Musk think declaring the tweet limitations was a good idea? Why was that his response to the situation? I can guarantee he scared so many people off of Twitter. Well, not scared, but I guarantee Twitter lost a bunch of users at that point, you know? Like, he made a joke about people going outside and fucking whatnot, but Twitter as a platform kind of thrives off the fact that its algorithm keeps people scrolling on it. That's why the For You page is now a thing, you know? To kind of keep people on it. So, why was that what he said, instead of, you know, something more logical, like, sorry guys, servers are having a few issues. Issue will be fixed. Ridiculous. Chairman Rose is the equivalent of Elon Musk announcing that he's committing Armageddon. No, Chairman Rose is a lot smarter than Elon Musk. Also, like, say what you want about the efficiency and intelligence of the plan, but Chairman Rose did want what was best for Gala. Musk does not want what's best for anyone, except himself. When has Musk ever been logical, though? That is a fair point. He knows whatever he says, there sounds like idiots backing him up no matter what. That is also true. Because there was. But I feel like that's got to be one of the things he's done. That's, like, made some people be like, is this? Like, surely that, as a situation, has got to be a hammer in some people's weird-ass views of him. But yeah, hello Rabbit Thor, how goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. Like, it just baffles me how he manages to be so incompetent so much. And it's kind of weird how nowadays random people have cult-like followings in that way. Like, Musk is just some random rich guy who's rather dumb, let's face it. And yet he's got so many people, like, begging to suck his toes. Like, I don't... Has this always been a thing? I guess, like, it's always been a thing to an extent with the monarchy in England. Is, like, bluntly people almost worshipping the ground of random people. But, like... the monarchy used to be a much more contentious thing itself. Like... or was it, and we just know the teething issues there? Did people used to just have this massive hero worship they seem to do of, like, actual people nowadays? Or is this just, like, a modern day thing that's for some reason occurred? Suck his toes. I'm phrasing this as in weirdos. Why are you eyebrow raising? That. You got it. You got the point of the joke I was making. The Musk stands want to do something weird. And let's face it, sucking his toes is like the pinnacle of what they could do. They'd lick his, like, footprints if they got the chance. They live vicariously through him being rich, making bad comebacks on social media. That is true, actually. That is probably it. Insane. Alright. I need to swap box before I do the sandwich stuff. You see people saying, well, Elon Musk has done this and this. Okay, bro, what about you? Yeah, no, exactly. Dunsparce evolution time. That's a picnic. Dunsparce evolution time. Alright, what we got? What we sparsing, boys? Done. 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 And that was the only one, so we can just click off. We can just go and reset now, eh? Alright. Let's switch box that the Sparse are going to go into. Oh, I dropped frames at some point. That's not great. That's not great at all. It's Musk. He's limiting. He's limiting my voice. Because, you know, I'm speaking out against him. And people trust me a lot more than him. Which obviously makes sense. Alright. Let's make a sandwich. Alright. You know what? We've not done a tower yet. Did I save after I switched the box? I know, because it's also what specific types of K-pop stands do. Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I was meaning in general, though, is it feels just like a lot of people these days have this kind of worship complex. I'm not even going to try. With random people. Which confuses me. Like... And again, it makes me wonder if it's always been a thing to an extent. Because... Is it something that's just appearing now? Or what? But... 3 stacks of tofu on slice of bread is such a concept. Boy howdy, that's a shitload of tofu. It is quite, isn't it? What a scrumptious meal. Yummy yummy in my tummy, as they say. Alright. Okay. Sparse time. I remember a while ago, and I mean like a while ago, some people were saying YouTube added like colored names to chat. But I feel like they got rid of that feature. Unless someone's about to hit me with like a hard ball of this has been here forever. I feel like they kind of just got rid of that, you know? I guess they probably thought it was too close to, like, Twitch. Raw tofu too. That sandwich was just squishy, moist bread and soft chunks. Yup, that was it. But hey, don't forget the salty and sour herbs we put on it. Those really help make it. It's funny after getting the herbers how little it puts on the bread itself. Like, Arvin was not making good sandwiches, what the fuck? Some good tofu right there. Good old tofu tower. Wow, herbs, well done. Exactly, those are what make the shinies appear. When I eat the herbs, there are more shinies. Totally fixed it, exactly. It made it into a truly 5-star meal. An absolutely wonderful sandwich. Sandwich. Alright. While I wait for some sparse to spawn, I'm going to take a drink. You all make sure you're staying hydrated as well. That was the air flowing into the Vimto thing. I'm not sure if you heard that, but that was not me. That was not a noise I made from my body. I want to be clear. I'm now using an old plastic Vimto bottle. And by old, I mean I finished it yesterday. As my drink thing. So I actually have a decent amount to drink every stream. Because, that certainly was one of those noises. It was quite, wasn't it? But yeah, what was it called? Oh, brain. Yeah, no, so the bottle I got for my, during, my week off before my re-debut, to, have on stream, that was useful. It had enough water in it, but it was so hard to clean. So I stopped using it a couple of weeks ago in exchange for a bottle that I'd, used during school. Vague issue with the bottle, to be fair, and that's that before I started using it again, it was sitting on, a chest of drawers in my room, full of water, that must be about, 2 years old? At least? In fact, no, must have been 3 or 4 years old. 3 or 4 year old water was in this bottle. So I gave it a thorough wash out. But that didn't have enough in it, you know? They didn't carry enough liquid to, last a stream. Not enough at all. So, I'm now using one of the Vimto squash bottles, filling that up. And it seems like it's carrying a lot more water, which is good, because I do like staying hydrated when I'm streaming. I'm a big fan of hydration. Also, if I don't drink enough during a stream, my voice starts getting really hoarse. Which isn't good. I remember I think it was my second shiny hunting stream, actually. I lost my voice after it. It wasn't, a long loss of voice. It lasted, a couple of hours, I think. But, I lost my voice. And that's why I'd recommend staying hydrated. Keeps your throat moist, doesn't it? And who doesn't like a nice and moist throat these days, eh? Wait a minute, why did my calculator reset? I believe it's 37 Dunsparce. I don't know what I did to make that happen, but like, oopsies. Moist, great word. I don't get why people hate it so much. It's just a word. Moist. And like... yeah. Moist. You know? I've never really understood what's wrong with it. Like, it's not like it's got any harsh connotations or anything. People just dislike how it sounds. But, like... I don't know. It's a weird one. Never got that. Just know everybody despises it. It just sounds very moist. I mean, I guess that's a good thing for a word, though, that it sounds exactly like what it is, right? That's you want that. Which is unpleasant. It just got that intimate feeling on the tongue. Moist. You only really use your tongue for the st part, right? Moist. And Stanley doesn't feel... that's not a weird word. Just. Must. Must isn't a weird word, so I guess it's the oi and the st in combination with the m. Sweet. Never seen it. It's in the moist thing. Still fail to understand. I feel like in part, though, it's another one of those, like, pineapple on pizza things, where, like, most people wouldn't care about it if people didn't make a big deal out of it, you know? I feel like because everyone's like, oh, no, moist, oh... more people care about moist, when in reality not that many people would care about the word moist if people didn't make such a big deal out of the word moist. Got to go by. Fair enough, AMWise. Have a great rest of your day. Moist. Moist. Yeah, I don't get it. Fail to understand. Moist was originally uncomfy because of the context view. The word itself was fine. Wait, what do you mean the context? As in what it meant? Or did you mean it was being used in specific contexts? You were reading specific works that use the word moist. Is that what you mean? Right. Oh, I'm flying. That's crazy. It's very close to the ground. Anyway. Ugh, are we like halfway through the sandwich already? Just about. We are well on the way to halfway. Whoa, sitting on a chair. You read nothing, but the word was only said in certain contexts. Ah, like this bread is very moist. Moist bread is not good. No one likes a moist slice of bread. Like my bread, dry, not moist. Dunsparce! Where is Dunsparce? Dunsparce. Dunsparce. No. Aha! Oh. Not aha. No Dunsparce. I didn't realize doing that could let you see into the wall easily, though. That's wild. Anyway. Did you hear about the Golem game that was so bad it got the studio shut down? I did hear about that! It's funny because movie tie-in games used to always be shit. Like, I remember this Charlotte's Web game that I used to have on the DS, and it was a platformer, and it wasn't good. It wasn't a good game. But, but none of them were. No, like, movie tie-in games were good games. It was a rarity to find, like, an actually, like, good movie tie-in game. But now I guess it costs so much to, like, make a proper game that what's probably more or less regular quality for a movie tie-in game can get the company shut down. Some of those Pixar's car games were good, actually. You feel like that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like racy games aren't that hard to make. Possibly the most controversial statement I've made so far, but goodbye. The way Dunsparce... Oh, okay. The way Dunsparce flees is very funny. I'm very amused by the Dunsparce fleeing method. Hi there. Goodbye. It amuses me. Anyway. Oh, hi. Oh, Dunsparce. Not a shiny Dunsparce, mind you, but a Dunsparce all the same. You just find it hilarious that they had more Lord of the Ring games in the works? Oh no. And they got shut down. Well, I guess the bigger point there is the game is shit. Honestly, I can't stop thinking about the tweet where it's like, imagine you're dating Golem. And he takes you home to meet his family. And once you enter the house, he just starts walking and talking normally. Like, that's lived in my head since I've seen it. It's, an interesting post, to say the least. You saw that. Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be one of the ones that does the rounds, because it's a very good one, you know? Right. Oh. What do you think a Golem date would be like? Like a regular Golem date, you know? I bet he'd just, like, take you to, like, a random stagnant pond. And look for bugs. And honestly, I'd be kind of down with that. If a girl took me to a random stagnant pond to look for bugs, I think I'd be instantly in love. That's an ideal date, actually. Golem's got Riz. He'd call you precious and get fish. Exactly! And, like, I don't really know what more I'd want in a partner. Oh yeah, you finished Final Fantasy 16 yesterday? Hell yeah! I hope you enjoyed it. Was it good? Was it a good game? Or was it better than the journalist who played it on easy mode, then complained about the combat? Implied it was? Alright. Dunsparce. Alright. It was a blast. The fights were fucking crazy. Definitely some anime inspiration. Oh, that's good. Honestly, one thing, I think I talked about it when I watched it, but I watched RRR last week. I think it was last week. No. It was 2 weeks ago. I watched RRR 2 weeks ago. Which was a Bollywood film that, like, got rave reviews, and I wanted to check it out because of it. So I checked it out with some friends, and that had some bloody brilliant action scenes, because it just didn't care about realism. It wanted to go over the top, and it just made the action scenes so damn enjoyable, you know? Like, I feel like a lot of action movies could take a page out of RRR, and probably just Bollywood in general's book. Because, like, I feel like generally they end up being rather unrealistic anyway. Because a realistic fight would be, like, dull as hell to watch. So you might as well just lean all in. And just have a fight scene that people will be like, holy shit, at every 5 seconds, you know? Like, I think action movies would be a lot more entertaining if they were willing to be kind of goofy like that, you know? I guess that is a thought, though. I feel like a lot of this generation who end up appreciating media is a generation that has grown up on anime, cartoons, and live-action stuff. You know? Like, I feel like a lot more people who will be going into writing and shit are more likely to have watched Adventure Time in their late teens, for example. So, I wonder if we're about to see any kind of shift in how movies end up working like that, because of that. I guess it's a conflict of interest, though, because on the other side of that coin, we have, like, a lot of movie studios wanting to, like, play it a lot safer with their movies these days, I find. Making just a lot more corporatized slop, rather than actually inspired films. Obviously, there are still inspired films around, but You got up at 3 AM. Did you take a nap today at all? Or have you just been, like, going since 3 AM? Yeah, you said the only downside is that on the way to the fights, there's a ton of mundane shit that's not too similar to fetch quests. But when the action is peak, there's so damn good and impressive visuals. Hell yeah. Glad you enjoyed it. No. I mean, yeah, I'd recommend getting some sleep then. I know, I couldn't do that without a nap. I do like a good nap, to be fair, though. Who doesn't love a good nap these days? Do love. Good nap? Great. I think nap time for adults should be more normalized, you know? I feel like we're getting to the point where we're not actually going to get a shiny this run. As in, like, this segment of the hunt. Which is a bit of a shame, if you ask me. Would have loved to get a shiny. Because, you know, that's, like, the point. That's the point of the stream. Just a shiny hunt. So who would have guessed that I would like a shiny on a shiny hunting stream? Sorry, I just realized L1 is center camera. And I'm trying to drill it into my memory. Because I find myself so often thinking about wishing I could do it and forgetting how to do it, even though I knew you could do it. And now I've just remembered how to do it, and I want to make sure it stays in my mind. I want to make sure I remember. Right. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but the next anime season seems... the next anime season seems so dry. Like, I feel like I'm not going to be watching many shows next season. Unless there's, like, a sleeper hit that I'm overlooking because I don't realize how peak it's going to be, like Oshi no Ko. Like, I feel like I'm not really going to be watching much next season, you know? I guess I'll have to see what people are reacting to once it starts. But, like, in the grand scheme of things, it just seems like a rather low Steam season, you know? With not all that much interesting, right? Unless I'm, like, sadly mistaken. What is on? Let me check again. Because I've forgotten. I can't remember what's on. Other than Pokemon Horizons coming back from a 2-week hiatus, that's, like, the thing I'm most hyped for. Is, that. Okay, I might be a little bit off, but that's because of my own personal interest. I think everyone's going to be hyped over Jujutsu Kaisen, which is getting a second season. I'm guessing we're going to be hearing a lot about that. Bloody, Mushoku Tensei is getting another season. But, I never got the hype for that. Like, everyone was, like, hyping so hard over Mushoku Tensei when it was releasing. But, like, I finished the first season, to be clear. Like, I got a decent chunk into the first season, dropped it when the main character perved on a child, picked it back up because everyone was like, no, trust me, it's so good. And, like, I like Made in Abyss, so clearly I've got, like, a tolerance to a level for this shit. But, like, I don't know, it just never really stood out to me enough to... Like, basically the main character's like one of those reborn as like a baby again, but keeps memories. And I feel like when they do that, when they age down a character, they're like, oh yeah, so the love interest has got to be the character's new, like, physical age. But that always kind of makes me... It's just a yikes to me, you know? Like, this character's mentally, like, 30 or some shit. Like, that's my biggest issue with Oshi no Ko, honestly. Is how the main character was, like, a proper adult, like, in his 30s or some shit. But, like, now he's 16, now he's, like, physically 16. Because he's been reborn. He's, like, getting with 16-year-olds. They're, like, trying to entice us on, like, that love triangle. It's just, like, is that the way we should be playing our cards here? Is it... I don't know. I might end up dropping it if it tries to focus too heavily on the love triangle rather than, you know, the actual plot. Other than that, we've got, like, another Horimiya season, which I think is, like, a bunch of, like, middle chapters. I don't know. I watched all of Horimiya when it was, like, actually when it was airing. But I think all in all, it was a very, like, safe by the books kinda romance, you know? Which is fair. I feel like we do need less relationship drama series that end with the characters getting together. Horimiya kind of, like, did a good job at committing to them getting into a relationship earlier on than most anime do. And I do respect it for that. But I see why they do kind of ham up the relationship drama. Because... I don't know, it just never really hooked me. It was always just like a... Yeah, this is okay. You know? I guess there's more Bleach as well. More of the 1,000-Year Blood War. But again, I never really watched Bleach, so... Oh, shit. I retract all previous statements. Rent-a-Girlfriend's getting a 3rd season. Isn't that so exciting, guys? I'm sure you guys are all as hyped for a 3rd season of Rent-a-Girlfriend as me. I'm surprised it's got 3 seasons. You're pretty hyped for Bleach. You watched all of that. Yeah, that's good. But yeah, it's not a season for me, I don't think. Which I guess sometimes is gonna happen. More the Devil is a Part-Timer Season 2? I thought that already aired. Or is it like a second half? Even though it's very Naruto in terms of side arcs. Ah, fair. Well, we got no shinies that time, that's a shame. We did not. Okay, I'm gonna go to the toilet quickly. I'll be back in a moment. And once I am back, we will continue on with the hunt, so be sure to stay tuned. And we are back. Back again. Piss GG indeed. Right. As an inconsequential to the plot. Ah, fair. No, yeah, I get that. The filler TM. Yeah, there's another short lady office worker anime. Hopefully it's better than the last one. Oh yeah, they're making that aDrive show into an anime. Not show. Game. The aDrive game into a show. Which is interesting. But I've never played the games though, so probably won't watch. Pokemon numbered 420 in the Pokedex is Cherubi. Not really that smokable of a Pokemon, to be fair. Should have been Bidoof, I guess. Haha! Horrible sandwich. Where, like, it's very front-loaded, but then so's the top of it. That must be a hard sandwich to eat. Would not want to eat that. Alright. But yeah, it just seems like a rather dry season. Next season seems, as in fall, the fall season seems interesting. Because... It's got another one of those anime with like an hour-long first episode. I heard good things about the manga, so... Sounds like it might be a one to keep an eye out on. And other than that, I'm pretty sure Attack on Titan's final thing should be coming out around then as well, right? Which will be good, if you ask me. Well, at least exciting. It's kind of whack that it's finally ending. You know? I remember everyone complaining about the wait between Season 1 and 2. But I managed to watch Season 1 about 3 or 4 months before Season 2 was announced. Maybe even less time. Like, so I didn't actually have to wait that long myself, which I always find funny. Managed to watch it at the exact right time to benefit. And benefit I did, because Season 2 is peak. Season 1 was alright. Season 2 is great. Alright. I hear Cat. I'm not sure if she's approaching. Or if she is off doing other cat business that involves yowling loudly. Oh no, she is here. She is popped by. Hello, Missy. Any takes? Nope. She is just drinking some water. Yeah, I put a water bowl in my room last week. Because she's a weird one. She'll sometimes drink from her, like, actual water bowl, but most of the time she'll just drink from random puddles and stuff. Like an overfilled potted plant, a puddle on the floor, and whatnot. But then, like, last week, she finally did what I was always worried she would do, which is drunk from my water. Like, when I was going, like, my bedtime water. I don't actually know if that's a consistent thing that she does, but it's now a worry of mine that it is. So I decided I'd try to curb that issue by putting a new bowl in my room. And she fucking loves that bowl, dude. I don't know why, but I feel like she's actually getting a lot more hydration these days. Just because of that bowl being there, which is good. Always good to stay hydrated, it is. And she certainly is. Could I see through that crystal? Yeah. Yeah, that's not like the wall behind me, that's the wall in front of me. These crystals work so weirdly. Like, it's like they're meant to reflect. It's like they're meant to have a reflection, but instead of having a reflection, they just kind of show what's going on. But in the crystal. You know? It's like a distorted version of what's going on. I don't really get it. Is there, like, some issue in reflection tech that meant that they couldn't have the reflection they wanted? So instead just echo assets into the crystal or something? Who knows? But it always looks weird. Don't like it. Area 0 is still one of the coolest areas in Pokemon, though. I do love a good old weird area in Pokemon games. Distortion World, Ultra Space, and the like. I guess those are the only real examples, actually. In the grand scheme of things, there aren't really any other weird areas in games. Other than those two. Unless I'm mistaken. Maybe in like a spin-off somewhere or something. But I feel like in general there's not, right? In general it's only really Area 0, Ultra Space, and the Distortion World. Yeah. Hopefully we get more, because they're definitely some of my favourite areas in Pokemon games. Stuff like Reflection Cave is cool, but I feel like it's not on the scale of these areas, you know? I like Reflection Cave a lot, though. It's funny because there's the whole last Reflection Cave, but they can't do the reflections in this game. Reflection Cave definitely felt like one of those areas made specifically to, like, show off what they could do with the new hardware, though. Vampires. That is a fair point. Vampires probably hate that place. But yeah, still on, like, the lower end of whack areas. Ugh. In comparison to... Well, yeah, the Distortion World. Love that place. You've only fought 2 trainers in Elisa's gym so far, and every single one of them has been hit with magnitude. Yeah, Elisa's gym trainers in Black and White 2 are pretty magnitude vulnerable. One hit. Sandslap's making up for earlier with 9s and 10s now. That's good, that's good. I only recently found out the magnitude system is like 4 or 5 is the most likely, and like it's like a bell curve. Oh yeah, Kites introduced me to this really weird game recently called The Button. And it's a free game, it's entirely free. But basically, it's a button, and it goes up by 1 each time you press it. It's like it starts at 0, you press it and it's 1, you press it and it's 2, you know? The classic. But, each time you press it, there's a % chance of what the current number is that the button will reset. So, for example, if you're at 10, there's a 10% chance the button will reset. If you're at 50, there's a 50% chance the button will reset. But that's if you ever make it to 50. But it's an interesting game, and I wonder if anyone will ever get to 100 on it. Because the odds are so low. Like, I'm sure this is like a... You're more likely to be hit by lightning than get to 100 situation. Cookie clicker, but with stakes. Arguably? The stakes are just bragging rights, though, so... I have always wondered, though. People are like, oh yeah, your odds of winning the lottery are lower than getting hit with lightning. But I feel like we don't hear that many about that many people getting hit with lightning, you know? Like... I don't know, it's always a statistic repeated, but someone always wins the lottery. Does, like, someone get struck by lightning once a day? Wait, was it lightning or was it meteorite? No, I think it was lightning. I don't know, I feel like you're more likely to get hit by a meteorite is another one that's, like, parroted around, but again. You've heard some dude got hit twice and still lived. I've heard that as well, Like, lightning isn't necessarily fatal. But it can stop your heart, which would make it fatal, so you gotta be careful. Remember, kids, exercise caution when being hit by lightning. I think there's only been 1 recorded casualty by meteorite. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there has at the moment. Not counting the dinosaurs. One day that casualty could be a lot higher. But, yeah, I don't know, those statistics are always given, but, like... It's just one of those stats that I'm thinking, like, is this, like, a manipulation of data to seem like it's saying a certain thing when it's not? How many people... I shouldn't be doing this, I should do this. Get hit by lightning a year. Never fucking mind. There are about 240,000 lightning strike incidents around the world each year. About 2,000 people are killed annually. How many people win the lottery a year? This isn't... Okay, so it's 1,600, because there's 1,600 created a year. Makes sense. But yeah, that's a lot higher of a thing than I expected it to be, I'll be honest. I think I might have been thinking about being hit by a meteorite, not lightning, to be honest. Are you more likely to be hit by a hit by a meteorite than win the lottery? Okay. Why does Google want to learn my location from this specific Google search? That doesn't make any sense. Worldwide, there's a 1 in 700,000 chance of being crushed by one. About 65 times more likely to happen than you winning the lottery. But people win the lottery and no one's been hit by a meteorite. So that's not true. That's just clearly a misrepresentation of statistics. Because you're not more likely to be hit by a meteorite than win the lottery. Because how many people have been hit by meteorites? Apparently like 1, according to Felix. And think about how many people win the lottery, like, every year. That's clearly just not a true statistic, otherwise more people would get hit by meteorites, and surely there'd be a lot more casualties. So I never get that. Like, that's just a misrepresentation of data. And you are typically a reputable source. Exactly. How many people get hit by a meteorite a year? That's the question. Only person ever hit by a meteorite. It's like 1, you know? It's like 1 person. Just untrue. Angers me. Possibly unreasonably so. She was quite lucky, really. Yeah, she should have entered the lottery afterwards. She might have won it. But I guess you are more likely to be hit by a meteorite than win the lottery, so... maybe not. Our luck with these last 2 hasn't been that great, has it? You'll go to sleep, so bye and good luck. Understandable, Brugger. I hope you have a good night's sleep. Better than last night, at least. I wonder if Minior is going to appear in a Pokédex again anytime soon. I hope so. I love Minior. Minior is cool. I'm a Minior stan. But Minior hasn't appeared since Gen 7. Which isn't that long ago in comparison to Blitzle. but all the same. One day it will be that long ago. Which isn't good. But yeah. Dunsparce. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes again. There he goes. There he goes again. Okay. I'm going to take a drink quickly. You guys will make sure you're staying hydrated as well. Look at that guy spawning in directly in front of me. A lot of balls, since like he's the only Dunsparce on screen right now. Where are all the... Whoa, is that guy okay? He is when I load him in. I kind of wish they gave Komala an evolution. That's fair. Komala's like a very deserving Pokemon of getting like an evolution post-gen, you know? Of course we need some single stages, but yeah, no, I agree. I feel like Komala as a single stage isn't like a necessary single stage, you know? Like, we do need some single stages, I agree, but like I feel like Komala is a fine Pokemon not being a single stage, you know? There are good single stages out there, like... Minior! Like, Minior! Minior doesn't need an evolution, because Minior is perfect the way it is. I guess you could also cite, like, any legendary as a single stage Pokemon, but I feel like that would be a bit disingenuous, you know? Should evolve into Guatemala. It should actually, that's so true. Gen 7 has so many single stages, didn't realise. It does have a lot, doesn't it? But they're like good single stages. Except Bruxish. But it's got like Turtonator, it's got Drampar. It's got Oricorio. There are more. I don't know, Gen 7 was a weird gen. Because it was in that, like Comfey, exactly, Comfey as well. I don't know, yeah, Gen 7's like in that weird, like, bit. I guess it's exclusively the 3DS era. Had, like, smaller Pokedexes. Oh, wait, no, Sword and Shield had a smaller dex, didn't it? Did it? I think so. I find it interesting that Scarlet and Violet's back up to, like, an 100-strong Pokedex, so after they definitely had a dip in Pokedex sizes for a bit. Like, I wonder if they just kind of gave up and were like, no, we should continue putting out Pokemon, like, a decent amount. Decent chunk of new Pokemon each gen instead of, like, limiting it. Delmise, Delmise, love Delmise. Love a good Delmise. What others are there? Because now I'm thinking. Wishy-Washy. Could just go through the totems. Mimikyu. Not sure Togedemaru counts, because Togedemaru's a Pika clone, and like, we've had like one Pika clone so far who's actually What was it called? Spiritomb could be cool. With an evolution? I don't know, I feel like Spiritomb's a good Pokemon to just be a single stage. Logan, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. We're back with the Dunsparce hunt. The classic, and we're talking about single stage Pokemon. You spent hours ahead of time, you missed the start. I mean, I stream at consistent times. It's always Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Sunday? Saturday. It was Sunday, like, last week, but that was only because I was away. Don't know why I said Sunday there. Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. I almost said Sunday again. And always at the same time. Arguably a few minutes late. So if you want to know if I'm streaming, is it one of like the odd days of the week or Saturday? Which I guess is the odd day of the weekend. It's Black and Pink and Could Be Church's cousin, Pyukumuku. You were thinking of Pyukumuku. I love a good Pyukumuku. But yeah, Gen 7 does have a lot of single stage. It pukes and it mooks. It kind of does, though, to be fair. Like, let's be real, it does puke and mook. What's your guys' favourite single stage Pokemon? I'm putting myself on the spot with this, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Dhelmise. Dhelmise is really damn cool. Spiritomb. Spiritomb is also very cool. I don't know. I'm worried about Spiritomb. Spiritomb worries me, and do you know why Spiritomb worries me? Because it's no longer a weirdly obscure to get Pokemon in this game. It's maintained its role as one of, like, the kind of almost a legendary Pokemon. A lot longer than its, like, contemporaries of Rotom, which stopped in, which gen was Rotom widely available in? Was it Gen 8? It might have been Gen 8. And the Pokemon that lost its status, literally the next generation, Zoroark. I guess you could get Spiritomb massive mass outbreaks in Legends Arceus, but I feel like that doesn't even count as much as the fact that Spiritomb just appears in the wild in this game. You can get it in, like, any of those ruins. Which is why I'm kind of not quite terrified about it, because it's almost like a static encounter there, like a repeatable static encounter. You can only think of Xerneas. Well, I'm gonna say Xerneas is not on the table because it's a legendary. Xerneas is cheating, Felix. You can't just say a legendary. Either Heracross or Dracovish. Those are some very good choices. The Galafossils was such an interesting idea. Collect the souls. Exactly. And that's a fun little thing. There's a little side quest on the abandoned ship. Seymourville. In Hoenn. In Oraz. There's obviously, like, the classic talk to a bunch of people in the Underground and Platinum, and talk to people in the Overworld and Sword and Shield, and talk to all the people underground and BDSP. Not sure about that one. But yeah, this game is just there. It's just in the wild. And that concerns me. That worries me. That that's gonna become like a thing with it. And it's just gonna lose its status like Rotom has. I feel like it's not gonna go quite the way of Rotom, because Rotom's now just like in everyone's phones. But... oh wait, Absol. That's fair and also a good choice. Absol is cool. But I didn't realize you were emo, Felix. Alright. But yeah, I really like Pokemon like Spiritomb. I like Spiritomb because it's just like the final holdover. You read me because your next choice is a Viper. Viper's also cool. What was I saying? Yeah, no, I like the category of legend of like Pokemon that Spiritomb, Rotom, and Zoroark initially fell into, of not really a legendary, but very rare. And it just kind of sucks how Pokemon stripped that from those Pokemon for like no real reason. Zoroark especially. It's kind of funny because Zoroark is like one of those kind of almost mascot Pokemon for Unova. But Zoroark is clearly not actually from Unova. Actually, the Paradox Pokemon? Did the Paradox Pokemon count? I'd say no. Because you can get... like, the Paradox Pokemon are just... basically wild encounters in Area Zero, is my thoughts of them. I mean, I know I've only one encounter for Spiritomb and Scarlet Violet. Well, if the sandwich has run out, so I'm going to go and check. I'm pretty sure... okay, so we're going to go to there, we're going to go to... oh, is there not another? I'd swear there was another. Huh. Maybe I'm just incorrect. Two, actually. Arthur, where's the second? Where's the second tomb? So I know about this one. And I thought there was another. I thought there were a few ruins around here. Oh wait, is it over here? I know, it's a cool concept. And another on a cliff overlooking the legendary cave. Okay, so... wrong button, Cahir. I know... I think there's a third one, then. But yeah, that's, like, kind of my issue, you know? Is there's just a few around. But, like, they're technically an almost static encounter. Okay, no, this is not where a Spiritomb appears. Because there's no Spiritomb here. It just looks like this is a regular Hypno kind of area. Wait, so where's the near the coast one? I need to remember not to save. I feel like I'm gonna save at some point. Oh, fuck it. But yeah, so I know about this one because this is where I got the Spiritium to get my Fuecoco. North from that point. I will go over there in a moment. I'm just going to do this one. But this one, is this one looking... No, this one isn't looking over a legendary cave. There's no legendary around here. Yeah, there's one. Spiritium moves so stupidly, I love. Spiritium that crashes the game. Oh, he's running. I was sure he'd be... Oh, no, he's coming. He's coming. He is not fleeing. That guy is not. That guy's not going. Wait, okay, north from here. You know, at least to a foresty area. Do you mean this one, or do you mean... There's one in this area? Doesn't look like there's ever ruins around here. Do you mean... this ruin here? Because that's two if that's the case. But is there a third around? Because you said by the coast. And that is not. I'm just gonna continue with the hunt. You think you caught yours near the ferry base? Are you remembering wrong? I guess that must mean there's three then. But yeah, there are a few Spiritium around. And that's like why I'm worried about it not being in its like initial category of almost legendary but kind of not. But hopefully they like continue with that kind of vibe from here on out, at the least. Because that's kind of a cool encounter of like an, oh yeah, it always appears at these spots specifically for like a rare Pokemon like that, instead of just appears randomly around. I still wish they had roaming Pokemon. I hope we get roaming Pokemon in the DLC. Like we did with Sword and Shield. Would hope that's the case. Got to head off. Bye. Have a good night. Understandable, Felix. I hope you have a great rest of your day. No, not sweet. Used to. There we go. Sent you a Discord. Oh, that's what that notification was. Ah, understandable. There's one over in the IC area. To the far west, apparently. Horrible sandwich. All done. I call it the left-handed sandwich because it's all on the left side. Or I guess on the right side if you turn it 180 degrees. Dude, we've only got 2 shinies today. Yeah, this will be the final round. Obviously, the next stream will be on Wednesday, though, where we'll be continuing our White 2 Nuzlocke. Hopping over to Skylar. Not sure if we'll be fighting Skylar next stream, though. Kind of like how I wasn't sure if we'd be fighting Clay or not. But what I am sure of is we'll be getting the Master Ball. Because I feel like we'll get to Mr. Alton. So I want to do Relic Passage. Obviously. And then I want to do Charge Stone Cave and Celestic Tower. Because we're gonna get all that done first, aren't we? Yeah. Brain shutdown. I enter this area and my brain starts turning off. I feel like if I sit in Area 0 for like 4 hours straight without ever leaving once, my brain would genuinely shut down during it. Which is impressive in a not good way at all, not a good way, no. Anyway. What other Pokemon game has just like a weird amount of single stage Pokemon? I feel like Gen 2 is another one. Gen 2's got a lot, 'cause it's got, what, okay. Miltank. Shuckle. Yeah, that's all I got. Dunsparce, it's right there, Cahir. How did I forget about Dunsparce? Yanma, Murkrow, Gligar, Heracross. There are so many Gen 2 Pokemon who I forget are single stage, because they're not single stage anymore. But they were when it released. Skarmory. It is funny how many single stage Gen 2 Pokemon have ended up getting evolutions later on, because they're just not that good. Kind of tragic. It's kind of whack how my playlist is long enough that it only repeats at the end of stream nowadays. Like, there was a point when it would loop, like, a solid twice during a stream, I remember. And, like, that's when my streams weren't almost 3 hours long. So it's kind of whack that my playlists now are, like, a solid, like, 1 hour 40. I'm probably going to extend it more at some point, though. We'll do that. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a new Genshin update soon, isn't there? They're adding Fontaine. Did the music stop? Yeah. Heracross needs an evolution because you want a scary fighting bug. He's already scary. He's not scary, he's a cute little guy. I've never once been scared by Heracross. I think he's kind of goofy. I love him. He's got a kind face. He's got kind eyes, I think. Wolsparce, 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 Wolsparce. There he goes. A Heracross evolution would be cool though, but let's face it, they're not giving an evolution to a Pokemon with a Mega Evolution. Should they? Yes. Are they going to? No. which is tragic. Didn't they do that with Meowth? No? Meowth doesn't have a Mega Evolution. I mean specifically Mega Evolution, not like Gigantamax. Like, I feel like G-Max Pokemon might, but Megas I don't think are going to. Which sucks, because Pokemon like Mawile could do with an evolution, you know? Did you land? That's cool. I may pick it up again when it happens. You've not touched it for a week now. So the addict in you has been weaned off it. Raw Healing? I'm gonna be honest, I've not played it in months either. I keep on thinking maybe I should go back. I watched Finn pull for Alhaitham, but I've not played it myself. Since getting Shenhua, I think. But yeah, it feels like they're not... It feels like they're reluctant to do anything with Pokemon that have Megas. Like, give them alternate forms, or give them evolutions, or anything like that. Because none of the Megas have done that, even though it would have made sense if they had, you know? She wants to get a nice. Surprised she didn't go for Kazuha. She likes Alhaitham a lot more than Kazuha. I was honestly surprised she didn't go for him at all, though, because I thought she would have, but she did not even go for Kazuha in the end. I feel like I should have gone for Kazuha, but I didn't. But yeah, Fontaine looks like it might be an interesting region. Was that Fluffy character, the pink one? Maybe not even Fluffy, maybe it was like fish skin. But was like the pink character that they were showing in like all these screenshots? Is that like a character you can pull for? He's probably still there. I know people are talking about Eula and Klee banners. Which is what worries me. Not sure who that is. Arthur. Damn it. It's weird to ask a Genshin question and have you not be... or knowledgeable on it. Bizarre. Crypt pick, even. I think it would be cool if we got evolutions for some Pokemon, but inspired by their Megas, you know? Like, imagine a Mawile evolution that's clearly like a proper evolution of Mawile, but has like a lot of its Mega elements in it. That'd be really cool. And could help them like give evolutions to Pokemon with Megas, implying that the Megas are almost like a halfway point between them and their evolution. You've got to have your free-to-play crack face, indeed. Now, is this a sign nature is healing, or is it a sign of the end times? That's the question. It's only been 10 minutes. But yeah, looks like we might get at most 3 shinies today, which is surprisingly low. Maybe I used up all my luck on the button last night, getting to 35 to beat Kite. It's funny because I thought I only had 34 when I went to sleep, but I logged on in the morning. What's s'mores so bad? Surrender, but you need to express this. That's understandable. I don't think I've ever actually had s'mores now I think about it. Is there anything stopping you from getting s'mores? I feel like that's the question. One of the whack things about having, like, money in a bank account is if you have a craving, you can just fulfill it, really. There's nothing stopping you. You can just go and do the thing you want to do. Man, I wish I had money in my account. Yeah, I was hoping that I'd get a partner, but as much as I meet the sub-requirements, the new sub-requirements, it really does look like I might not hit the watch hour requirements anytime soon. Because it went up for a bit, but it's now going down again, so... That's so sad. You never went glamping with your family and had s'mores around a fire? No, I think I only went camping like once or twice at most with my family. And one of them was to, like, a Christian camp that tried to indoctrinate us. So... It's probably a sign that you've lost interest. They don't do anything for the hardcore combat players, so it was only a matter of time. That's fair. Impressive that you stuck on for as long as you did. I feel like my, attention span on games is, well, exactly what my Genshin attention span was. And in fact, that was probably a longer amount of time that I've, like, played it for, you know? When we do 2-hour road trip, we'll go glamping and eat s'mores. Honestly, at this point, I associate the name S'mores more with someone's cat, Delia. She's not stopped by for a while, but she often, if she had to go, she'd just leave her phone in front of the cat, who would watch intently, which I enjoy. The fact that my stream is, you know, enjoyable for cats. This is a cat-friendly stream. If you want to entertain your cat, make your cat watch my stream. I should do one of those TikToks where it's like, let me be your new comfort streamer. Please watch my content. Ah! But instead it's like, let me be your cat's comfort streamer. Cats love my content. So you should put me on for your cat. And then I'll do it. I'll get six CahirLIVE subscribers. That's fair. The story is still fun, so you'll probably get some done in the future. But that's it. Give you room to pick up another game a year. Rob Minecraft phase? No, I feel like Minecraft... I don't... Oh boy, about to reference the fact I used to stream Minecraft again. But yeah, I did. I did used to stream Minecraft. Started off as a Minecraft streamer. But... what's it called? I don't get how people play Minecraft as, like, their only game of choice for that long, you know? Like, I don't get how people on, like, Hermitcraft only stream Minecraft, not only play Minecraft, like, as content. You've played it before, but you'd like to play the Pixelmon at some point. Yeah, no, again, having a, I think Cobblemon is what I'll do, server at some point is on my list of things I want to stream at some point. I think that could be fun. But again, I'll have to wait until I've got, you know, an income to buy a server with. Rather than just leaping into it. But yeah, I definitely want to do that. Alright. How much do they go for? I think it's like, for like a good one, about £20 a month. Roughly. So not cheap. I think technically you can get free servers, but I wouldn't want to run a live stream server on a free server. That feels like a recipe for disaster. Oh, wait, shiny! Yo, okay. This is the most excited I've been about a Dunsparce shiny. Since probably the first one. Because I've found so many of these fucking things. We did it! We got 38! We got 38 of them! Effervescent! That's crazy. Ugh. Alright. Means we actually got one, which is good. This could be the one. It could be the one. I'm not gonna count my eggs. Because any of the ones so far could have also been the one. Which, But yeah. I'm not sure if I'd want to do a Minecraft server soon anyway. Because I'd want to, like, be enthused to play Minecraft. I want to be ready to play some Minecraft. So I don't want to leap into it too soon. But it's definitely a thing I want to do at some point. A good old viewer server. With you guys. Alright. I just had a funny idea for the thing. I'm not sure if it'll work. We haven't got a lot of games you want to play for a while. Which means you'll be bored. Spider-Man 2 is the next big one. Ah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, my issue is my bank account isn't that good, but I'm not sure what the next game I'd even want to play is. I think Mario Wonder's probably the next big one. What was it called? Other than the Pokemon DLC. Called the next shiny Ophelia? I mean, I generally just nuke them out of existence, so Ophelia won't be alive for long. No, I don't see a point in keeping them around if they're not going to be the, what's it called? Shinies. Triple segments. I've only got the ones that I have in my team, because I got all of them in, like... I could call one of them Ophelia. Okay, but if I do that now, and reset, it won't be called Ophelia anymore. So remind me in the raid stream, and I'll do it then. I'll call one of the Dunsparce on the team Ophelia. But yeah, I don't know. I'd rather conserve my Herbers for the Krogunk hunt. That's my train of thought. But what was it called? Yeah. Pokemon. 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 P-O-K-E-M-O-N. Pokemon. Right. Oh, cat. Speaking of cats who watch CahirLIVE, this cat watches CahirLIVE sleep. That's right. I don't know why that my own joke made me laugh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Little sausage. One thing I can't stop thinking about is that one meme where it shows like the opening scene of Encanto, where it zooms in on like the grandmother, and then it kind of does doop, and then someone just put over like the at the top like R2 or something, the R2 button. You call Thea that? Wait, what did I call the cat? I have a plethora of nicknames for her. Sausage. Ah, that's fair. Sausage isn't a common one. I am much more likely to call her Stinky or Small. Those are my go-to. And Schnort. Not sure why I call her that, but I do. I remember when I was like 12, I used to call my cat Gorgia Bredis. I didn't really know where I got it from, until one day my mother pulled me aside and was like, "Cahir, look. Please stop calling the cat that, because that's your sister's nickname for her boyfriend." Well, it's Gorgia Bread, I think. Confusing. Yeah, she clearly stole it from me. I just find that funny. You just call your dog Dumb Dog, but it's out of love. That's fair. It's funny how a lot of our affection for animals is like calling them stupid. But I do that a lot. Which is funny because I feel like Missy's probably on the smarter end of cats we've had. It's funny because we used to have a tortoiseshell cat. I think she was a moggy. Wait, no. That's not the right word. Because that's just general cat, does not pedigree. Ah, what is it? Burmese. She was a Burmese cat, which meant she had a loud meow. And she used it a lot. But she also was very stupid. Unless it's one situation specifically, and that was our old house, she could open the door to the utility room, which we often kept them, like... We didn't keep them locked up in the utility room, because... Yeah. We didn't keep them locked up in the utility room, because the cat flap was in the utility room. But, like, a lot of the time we kept them in the utility room so they couldn't access the rest of the house. I'm not entirely sure why that was a thing. Why we did that. Because we never did it after we moved. Like, the cats never had, like, a specific place they were only allowed in after we moved. But back in the old house, that was the case. But she could open the door to the utility room. Like, from the inside. She could get out. She could escape. And sometimes she'd just open the door and you'd see her hanging around the corner and staring at you like, I've made it, I'm free. But other than that, she was really stupid. And she was also one of those cats with, like, a resting bitch face. She always looked so grumpy. But she was not. Sent you a sausage pic. You sent me a pic of your what? Anyway, I will check all dog pictures after stream. I don't know, I don't want to set a precedent for opening Discord messages on stream, because I feel like people could start to get annoying with it, you know? And it also kind of cuts people not in said conversation in DMs out of the conversation. And I'm not too big of a fan of that. So yeah. But I will check after stream. I do like a good share of cute animal pictures. Hence why we have a whole channel for cute animal pictures in the Discord server. If you have any cute animals to show, and you want to show the whole community said animals instead of just me. I know it is very, like, occupied with conversations about rats. But other animals are allowed there, do not worry. Alright, only 1 minute left, so... And then... we will be ending off, I think. Well, after we've evolved our final Dunsparce... It's the final Dunsparce! It's the final Dunsparce. Okay. Moving on from that. Whoa. Believe in tomorrow's Dunsparce. There'll be no Dunsparce tomorrow. It's a Tuesday and I don't stream on Tuesdays. Right. Boing. Ugh. When you yawn. You ever just yawn? I do sometimes, occasionally, I yawn. Oh. Oh. The sandwich has finished. The game is lagged. Let's get a Dunsparce evolved, I thinks. Oh, it's still here. Fuck. I guess it doesn't matter. Game over. Remember moves, Hyper Drill. Let's forget Dragon Rush. Honestly, a game changer to just let you remember moves in the party. I'm surprised they kept that as a mechanic instead of, like, making it unnecessarily complicated. Anyway. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright. All the same, was a valiant attempt, as they say. But I think for now, it's gonna be... Too bad you can't really relearn TMs, indeed. But yeah, as they say, I think that's going to be about where we end it for today. Thank you for coming, though. This has been a fun one. Of course, next Wednesday, 2 days' time, will be our next stream, where we'll be streaming Pokemon White 2 on Nuzlocke. We just beat Clay, so we'll be doing the post-Clay stuff. Clay, I love it. Anyway, yeah, I hope you all had a great time. I certainly did. And I do hope to see you all on Wednesday for that stream. But yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I hope you all have a great week. And I will see you all Wednesday. Goodbye and good night.